So another year's rolled by, and that means that the KMB tunes 2. Isn't that great? We're finally toddlers. And we're probably also Zoomers, but hey, we're not going to talk about that. And what that means is Dark makes another anniversary video like last year's one. But this year's one is going to be different. We're not going to talk about favorite memories of the KMB, etc., etc. This year the questions will be 1. What's your favorite memory or favorite thing about 2018? Doesn't have to be KMB related. Can be anything, something you did last year that you really enjoyed. Anything like that, etc., etc. And the only other question I'm going to ask is, what's something that, and this is KMB related, in the KMB do you want to see change, done better, or added, something like that. Yeah. Can be anything. What was something that you really enjoyed about 2019?
Not really pinpoint one specific thing. I'll just go for the latter. Like, just anytime any of us are on together and whatever mischievous chaos might ensue after that, it's always a good time. It's always a great time. Lots of laughs, lots of memories. Of course, depending if someone's streaming, always clips being made out of certain events, or if someone's recording or taking pictures. Like, it's all there. Like, a picture says 1,000 words. You can look at any of our screenshots and we'll all remember the exact moment, the exact day, what was going on. Hell, even to the point where it's like, oh, I remember what I had for breakfast that morning. Like, it's just, everything has just been so vividly clear. Like, it's hard to believe it's even been 2 years at all, because God, everything is just so fresh in my head, and I kind of feel like it's the same for a couple other people too, where it's just like you remember every exact moment that happened that day. Or if they don't, as soon as you start talking about the story, they'll have the bulb golf in their head, like, oh yeah, I remember that. But that's like my answer for like what is my favorite thing about 2018.
Yeah, this year was kind of different. It wasn't easy trying to work up my courage to try and erase all my problems on my own. But thanks to so many friends I had a really good support group going on. I don't think without them that I would be a very happy person. So I think the happiest memory I have right now in 2019 is to remember that it's okay to reach out to others for help, because no one should ever face a tough problem on their own.
The good night girl, I see you tomorrow, man. Alpina just learned what it was today because I showed him.
Yo.
He didn't know who Too Mad was, and I started crying.
I mean, everything. It's a pretty good year. I made lots of new friends, and this is cool. And yeah, basically it. Better than last year.
Every year is better than the last LP day.
Okay, I don't know about that, boomer. Oh, I like
Wait, what
this year
happened?
because I became a marching leader.
I got to actually go into a restaurant and I got to wear my pajamas. And nobody could tell me no because I was a grown-ass adult.
Okay, here we go. So in 2019, the KMB was able to expand upon its awesomeness by bringing in new fresh blood into the leadership and expanding its user base even further. And then also by doing so. Helped out the group as well by bringing in more friends and different groups to basically kind of align ourselves with and have like community events. So it just further expands upon kind of the core mission of KMB and their, So it's just like we're It's slow, but it's kind of like the people who actually want to be a part of the KMB and the people who actually want to be a part of the group are like, it's kind of like the people who are inactive are getting weeded out and they're getting bored and they're leaving, and that's fine. But the people who are like really into it, the people who like want the community and kind of like what the group stands for to keep going are the ones that are sticking around. And even though the base is growing slowly, it's still growing. So it's good.
So when I did the 2018 KMB anniversary video, Bimby wasn't available. Well, as I thought he wasn't available because he was offline. He was very busy, or I don't know. But I never actually, even though I asked for people to, if you want to be in it, let me know. I never really got a response from Bimby, and that's probably my fault for not really actually going out of my way to message him and etc. because I just wanted people to join and help out, etc. Unlike this year where I've actually asked people and also put out a thing for everyone to read up on. So what we'll be doing with Bimby's one is we'll be doing the questions from last year, which was what was your favorite memory or experience you had in the Kid Marching Band, and the other one was how did you meet the Kid Marching Band. So whenever you see Bimby's one, it will not follow the same chain as everyone else. So cool. Enjoy.
Okay. Favorite memory. I mean, there are a lot of them. Especially when we're in full effect towards the beginning. I ran a lot of marches. And I think some of my favorite memories were how creative that I like to be at the start of it. People were being very rigid with how they would do the marches, and we started to set up the structure for the whole thing. I grabbed my own soundboard kind of thing, and put in, just all kinds of music, things that I could march to, I couldn't march to, would work. I just tried whatever I could and see what people responded to, really. At first, it started out really slow, and we got to the point where I would join in a VR chat world, and within 5 minutes, 30 people at least would be in the room searching for me, going, "Where's Bimby? Is there a march here?" So it was kind of a weird experience in that way. Like, for a very long time, every single time I joined VRCAT, it was just insane. Like, and it's kind of a weird fame, especially in such a, it's not a real world, it's a virtual world. It's never really had that fame, nor did I really want that fame. I just wanted to have some fun with people and experience this new stuff. So had tons of memories, and that's really what spawned where I am today, where the Kid Marching Band is today. All that kind of real creativity inspired a lot of other people, and including yourself. I remember a lot of the marches you attended yourself. So I like to think of that as really sometimes the true start of the Kid Marching Band that I know today.
My favorite thing from 2019 was probably after 10 years finally getting engaged to Deanna. I've been trying to do it for probably at least 6 years. And in those 6 years, 4 of them we spent apart because she went to university and I stayed down here and worked. And through all the bullshit rumors of me cheating on her over 50 times and she being pregnant over 20 and all of the other hoo-ha, which is a story for another bloody time. That really made me happy, and that was what made 2019 probably one of the best years for me. So yeah. What's something you'd like to see done differently, improved on, or changed in the KMB?
One thing I'd like to see change come to fruition or possibly change next year. Honestly, nothing. Like, everything I've hoped and strived for us as a community, growing and expanding, like, or just overall advancing with things, like, has all happened within the last couple months. It's taken a while, a lot of baby steps, but I'm very happy with where everything's going, how everything has been going, and I just want to see that strive keep going all the way through to 2020. Oh, it's so weird saying that. But regardless, jokes aside, like, I'm very happy with how things have been going and where they keep going. So, yeah, man, year 3, let's go!
I really think that we need to start making a real world place. We're all around VR chat. But what about the real world? What about all the real kids? What about all the real people that need help just like I do? We need to go around and spread the message. Go to the streets and play instruments. Go to conventions and dress up as kitties. We need to go around and make people happy all over the world, not just here. Everyone needs help and it's our job to deliver it.
Okay, so a couple things. One would be just to get for the more or less for the higher ups, for all of us, to kind of sit down and get all of the odd and end things that still need to be taken care of, either talked about and figured out what we're gonna do about it, or just kind of, and it's not like major stuff, that we've already taken care of. Just like little things, like, hey, let's figure out what we should do about the Redbubble store and the merch, make sure we get that all squared away. And then, just make sure that we cement everything in there. And, have like a good direction moving forward. I mean, I know that we have an idea of what we want to do, but I kind of want that to like just pan out and like sit down with everybody and go, okay, so when are we going to do this? What are we going to do? Let's do it. Bimby, get over here. That kind of stuff. But then also too, like, I mean, like, we still get stuff done. It's just that we take care of stuff that we can like take care of like right now. And like a lot of that, I can't really say too much about that because in a way it kind of works itself out. Like, not saying that, hey, Juicy's gone, but the cool part about Juicy, allowing to, Jinx, to help out with the modeling and the VR chat or the VR chat side of things, is just going to allow the ideas that a lot of us have had over the last couple of years to actually be implemented, because Juicy's a busy dude, he's going to school, doesn't have time for that as much as he would like, and he at least trusts Jinx to the point to have good creative control over that. And like I think that's like one of the awesome things that has changed in the group for the better for now, is that we can make creative and control changes or fixes to issues or problems inside the VR chat world, or expand the VR chat world like we wanted to, and just continue to make it awesome. And then I would have to say the one final thing is I've noticed that the overall community itself is starting to kind of do things together more often. Or at least, I mean, even though it's still a little cliquey, but that's, never gonna stop. But at least people are like sitting in the KMB doing stuff, and it's awesome to see that, because it allows other people to go, oh, I wonder what they're doing, and then they can join in on the fun, of whatever game it may be, whether it's like Final Fantasy, or if any of the other multiplayer games out there for that matter. They'd be like, oh, hey, can I join? And then, yeah, sure, come on in. And then they get more and more people do that. I've noticed that the Final Fantasy group is like literally doubled in size occasionally. That's kind of neat. And then same thing like, anime night as well and stuff like that. It seems like more and more people are starting to kind of break out of their shell a little bit more when they have the time to, of course, and kind of have larger groups, and it's nice. It's just nice to see. Because I noticed people would kind of sneak off into their own little corners of the universe. And while I didn't really have a problem with that, I was just like, but you could come here and play games. So all in all, like, the community's kind of going exactly where I would like it to go. And it's really nice to kind of see it come together.
I mean, I just want more ice cream, honestly, but that's it. That's all I want. I love the KMB. Other than that, I just want more ice cream.
That's a brilliant idea.
More ice cream.
Instead of like having different flavors, just make all the flavors mint.
Answer the question.
Nothing. It's fine right now as it is. Pretty good. I accidentally flipped you off.
I don't know. There's not really anything I would see that needs improvement. Because, like, in my honest opinion, you guys are, like, working your asses off. And everything is running smoothly, in my opinion, so...
Well, as you can probably still find on YouTube, and I'm probably going to regret saying this in an interview, there's a 2 or 3 part series made by a guy, my friend on Discord, but I don't remember his name right now. I'm sure I'll remember it soon, but he went by Mr. Robot, and the series is called Bibby and his friend Mr. Robot, or something like that. And it's pretty much my experiences. A lot of the times when I first joined VR Chat, I made this friend who walked around and talked with this robotic voice. And for a while we were just walking around experiencing the whole craziness of VR Chat together. And he liked it so much that he recorded it and made a little mini-series about it. Which is really cool, but in a lot of the videos, if I remember correctly, I am a cat, one of these, I think I was a purple cat, just a basic purple cat, because there was only like, at the time it was basic, there was only like 5 or 6 cats and they were all just a basic color. But even from the beginning when I started playing this game, I saw that cat model, like that's mine, I'm being that. So I think that's really what started me getting into this world itself. Like, that was even before the meme was a thing. Like, people weren't, well, meme, but people weren't marching. People weren't doing stuff like that. Well, there was no memes at that time, really. Video chat was just first kicking off. Knuckles was still kind of here and there. I think maybe in the videos he's up enough, but a lot of the things just weren't quite there at that time. But this world was still around at base level, and I would come in here just to grab that model, because at the time you couldn't save the model. You had to come into the world and pick your model each time. So that's when I first started getting introduced into because people would hang out and talk, and that was the beginnings of this group. So that's how I got introduced to it. I haven't watched those videos for a very long time, so I don't know if they're cringy or bad or whatever. don't really remember a lot of it, but I should go back and watch those. They're probably kind of interesting.
You know, I can remember before this, that this was all it was 2 years ago. The roof was lower, the walls were lower, it was just a slightly washed out box with 5 avatars, maybe 6. I think it was probably from here to like here, I mean. So maybe more than 6, you know. And that's what it all started with, you know, that's what got us all started, you know. And to me, that still exists, you know. The whole marching, the whole coming in, having a good time, whether it be you're actually jumping on the pads over here and setting up a march and going out into the world and spreading that positivity, or going in the hotel and having a meeting, or just having a good time, or jumping on the bouncy castle, or going to the cafe, or whatever, you know, or going to my corner and just chilling, you know. That's still, for a lot of people, a big thing. And it is to me, it is to a lot of others too. You know, it's still, by far, will always be the place that we call home. And basically what I'm saying is even if your heart's not in it anymore, that doesn't matter. You know, that's fine. I get it. I get 100% where you're coming from. But for a lot of us, all of this and all the other worlds that we go and explore is still a big thing. VR chat is still a really big thing for a lot of us. I've met some amazing people, including all of you, and a lot of people that I consider friends in real life, and that will always mean a lot to me. A lot to me. So, my little message, there's nothing to be improved, there's nothing to be added, because I can do all of that. But my message is just to never give up. Even if we don't do all this anymore as much as we should, and all of that, this is still something to someone who comes in. It still means something to some of newer people who still like to come in, and even if they're not associated with us, bring 3 people or 4 people, line up on those pedestals and just go out into the world and have a good time. And sure, we've lost a few people along the way, but that happens. And you know what? Siding with 2 other amazing communities, I think is a great thing. And that, you know, they still think of us and we still think of them, and we spread positivity and so do they. And that's what it's about. So yeah, that's my little message. Thank you for listening. That part.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna jump in now.
Dark, get in the pic.
What?
I'm saying, get in the picture.
I am. I don't know what to fucking say. I don't even have lines. So, it's coming up 2019. That means another year has passed by in the KMB. We've done another full rotation around the Earth. That doesn't make any sense. No, because you can't do a full oh my god. So kitties, 2019's rolling. 2019's rolling around. Look, I know New Zealand's stuck in the past. We're not that fucking far in the past.
Listen, I had too much to drink. And I had had a hefty meal, okay?
This gloomy before, but now we're this gloomy. We're so much better. And the writing on this grave, it's so poetic.
We got a weird avatar. I
How do you
prayed.
know that?
Look at this.
You sat
Here,
down, and
okay?
all of your organs just shifted into the next dimension.
Yes, exactly what happened.
Your body didn't follow, and this is what happened. You had to find a new body that suits you. And
Exactly.
look what you did, Alpide. No.
Jeez, wow, you suck. You suck, Cody.
Why is the water
Wow.
water? Over by the
What are we doing?
waterfall! Whoa, look at that cool waterfall over there, Dark! Wow!
Waterfall
Oh
time.
god, that hurts my eyes. Oh jeez, why are you entitling me to a kitten avatar?
That's your adult avatar, anyways, Cody.
Why do
That's
you
your
guys
adult
keep
avatar.
calling it an adult avatar?
Adult avatar.
Sirmore, Sirmore, Henry, Devin, Alpide, Aaron, and Charlie all call my Nanachi avatar an adult avatar.
He just doesn't pay the bills. He doesn't pay the bills.
No, dude, you're like,
He's-
you need to pay the bills now. They talk about how I need to pay bills and do my taxes. And they're
You
like,
didn't even interview
tax,
Aaron,
they're
right?
like, they're literally like, they're like, tax evasion is Dawa's thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? I can't. What?
Before we actually, our brains explode into pieces. Listen, we're gonna die. We're gonna die if you continue. This is the Get a hold of yourself, man. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself, man. Get a hold of yourself.
It grew, okay. Chicken planted the egg and the egg went. But then the egg planted the chicken, and then neither came first. Dark. This is how God wanted it to be. Post Melon, are you here?
No. This doesn't even have like a model to it. It's just purple. It's an egg with legs, and it's purple. It has nothing to it.
Christopher Robbins.
I'm an egg with legs that's purple. Now, you don't offend my kind. We are very sensitive.
You're very purple, and you smell like purple.
You
Nerd.
smell like yellow, nerd.
Well, I don't smell like yellow. Yellow is the smell of pee. In fact, you
Exactly.
smell like blue.
I still don't know what blue
We gotta,
smells
okay,
like. And you
okay,
insult
we
me
should
with
do
it.
this. We
Alright,
should
alright.
do this.
And I'm like, but wait, that's a microscope. I can't talk into that. Yeah, it's weird. Like for some reason has some sort of. I think it's because it's like a knockoff, like webcam or something, that it might have an audio driver or something in it. Cause like every time I plug it in, Discord is always like, "Do you want to switch to the microscope?" I'm like, no, I fucking don't.
Bambi stew. I'm neon. Do I look neon? On my screen, I kind of look neon. Yeah. I'm spooky. Yeah, you just black. No. Is it racist to call someone black? Don't put that in the video. Don't put that in the video. No. I'm saying. Give me the video.